I'm going to be turning 39 a week from tomorrow, and I am still single. And that makes me sad. Even my own cats are running from me.
It's not like I get a lot of attention from men, but I do get hit on from time to time. And if I really wanted to, I could probably just go do it with one of them. I'm just not interested in doing that.
So, modern women are finally waking up, but it's a little too late.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's okay to like your husband. It's okay to not hate all men. It's okay to want to take care of him. It's okay to want to do nice things for him. It's okay to uplift his name in public instead of tearing him down in front of all your girlfriends. It's okay to be obsessed with him. It's okay to want to be around him 24/7. It's okay to want to treat him with respect. It's okay that your biggest goal in life is to be a stay-at-home wife and mom. It's okay that you want to get married young. It's okay that you don't nag your husband and mother him and you treat him like a wife. Just be prepared to be called anti-women, a pick-me, and misogynistic for having a healthy relationship and loving your husband.
How many of those nice guys that exist out there do you think would be willing to give women a chance simply because they're nice, even though they may not be attracted to them? Because these guys always want to complain that the women they're interested in aren't interested in them because they're just too nice, and those women, they want a hot guy who makes them tingle in special places or whatever the case may be. But how many of those guys complaining would be willing to give somebody that looks like me a chance simply because I'm nice, even though they may not be attracted to me? How many? I'm just curious, because attraction is very important in a relationship, and I mean, if you don't feel it, you don't feel it.
A few moments later.
I just wanted to take a moment to answer this question because I feel like there's probably other people out there who are wondering the same thing. So I will go ahead and say that no, I don't consider myself to be that way. Now, the reason for that is because from my understanding, for people associated with that word, it's involuntary. It's not of their choosing. But this is very much my choice. It's not like I get a lot of attention from men, but I do get hit on from time to time. And if I really wanted to, I could probably just go do it with one of them. I'm just not interested in doing that.
For years, they treated dating like a circus, juggling options, testing men, playing games, and calling it standards.
Okay, so hear me out real quick. Why do men go for single women? Why are you trying to talk to a single woman when she's probably got like 30 other guys talking to her? Therefore, you're in competition with 30 different guys.
They aren't, because most men have gotten this memo. They're either working, chilling, or maybe ignoring people.
Raising my husband is exhausting. I feel like so many ladies can relate to this tea.
Oh, that's embarrassing for everyone involved. Why don't you just make a shirt that says, I hate my husband, or better yet, I'm avoiding divorce for the kids? Because there's no shot that any woman who buys this t-shirt likes or even doesn't resent the man they're married to. Could you imagine a guy wearing a t-shirt saying, dealing with my wife's nagging is exhausting? Bet you ladies would love that one. And her caption reads, this is the funniest shirt ever. What's funny about having a Freudian mother-son-like relationship with your husband? You're describing most people's nightmare situation. Because no woman wants to actually mother a grown man, and no grown man wants to be mothered. And that's like the best interpretation of the shirt. The worst interpretation of the shirt is the implication. Like, are you literally raising your husband? Do you have a child groom? Are you one of those names on the list?
Oh, no.
Like I said, this is so embarrassing for everybody involved, but if you like bragging about infantilizing someone who is supposed to be your equal partner, it's a free country. Pop off, I guess.
There's this dating epidemic that's happening right now. Women do not need men to get bank accounts, houses. They have careers on their own. And so as a result, it's challenging societal norms of the way men value themselves when it comes to being successful for relationships. Whereas the flip side, a lot of women are saying men need to step it up emotionally, which is why I talk a lot about emotional intelligence and how that's what women want. There's this push and pull happening right now with society. I want to know, though, what are your thoughts?
I have this issue where I find almost no men attractive. Okay. Like, it's really, really annoying. Because I speak to a lot of men, right? I'm very social. I love to talk.
Huge red
I find almost no one attractive. So, like, there's just, like, it just doesn't go anywhere, like, ever. I get asked on dates, I'm like, no, pass. And then when I do find someone attractive, I'm like, I'm obsessed with you. I need you. If I don't have you, I'm going to feel unwell. Like, I need them. Because it's so rare at this point that it like makes it extremely difficult. Or like, even if they are attractive, like even if like, yeah, you're a pretty face, I just don't care to speak to them. Like, if I want to speak to someone, I will non-stop be thinking about like texting them or having a conversation with them. But it's so fucking rare. Like, it's so rare, and I just want to have a cute little fun crush and like whatever, but I can't even have a crush anymore because I'm just like, boring, like not interested. No desire for it.
Yikes.
I need to like go to the gym.
Now, the tent's empty. The clowns left. The ringmaster's gone.
This is one thing I honestly don't understand because
what?
It's literally common sense, but so many people seem to argue about this. I know especially right now, it's kind of like a trend for women to be like, you should go for a provider man, you should not do 50-50. When maybe like 20 years ago, there was like a huge push for women to be financially independent and like be okay with 50-50 and want to pay for themselves. And we're kind of like pendulum swinging to the other extreme now, which I fully support. But regardless, because so many women are like rebelling against the 50-50 mindset now and like want men to provide again and be real men, the men are pushing back and they're being like, why should I have to provide? Why do all women want providers now? Like, it's not possible in this economy, whatever you hear. And it's like so funny because there is still such an abundance of 50-50 mindset women who want to be financially independent, women who want to be independent, period, and want to pay for themselves and pay their half of the rent. I'd argue there's still more of those types of women than women who want providers. But why on earth are you complaining about girls who want to be provided for? Just go for the girls that don't want to be provided for. Not every woman wants to be a housewife. Not every woman wants to have kids. Not every woman wants to be fully paid for and not have to work. So go for those ones. Why is this such like it's common sense? They don't fit the bill of what you want, then don't go for them. Don't go for women that want to be provided for. You can't afford it anyway.
Every man is a liar. Every man is a disgusting, foolish liar until they prove otherwise.
I'm genuinely getting sick of this. Truly. Because unfortunately, it's individuals like that make statements that make a lot of the rest of us women look rather bad. And unfortunately, without thinking about the words that are coming out of their mouth, they're actually continuing to perpetuate the stereotype about women that has been around for as long as anyone can remember, that by and large, women are just emotional creatures and mostly illogical and rather irrational. And it's statements like that really don't help the situation any. But I understand that it's absolutely popular right now to pick on men because some women consider themselves to be feminists that are standing up to the patriarchy. Well, I hate to break it to you, but a lot of the things that a lot of you that make statements like this are doing, and all that you do is pick on men, is you're just making yourselves look foolish. Because those statements aren't based in any factual information. Those are based off of emotions and hurt feelings. And it's really not making women look very...
You know what I want to see more of on this app is
what?
30-year-old women being honest about how disappointing it is to go out at this big age. Because all you want to do is get cute, reconnect with nature, be social. But alas, we share a planet with the worst thing that has ever happened to humankind.
Let's see.
Men in their 30s.
I was just at the thrift store and this guy kept following me around.
Okay.
I was like, what do you want? Like, you're being weird. And then he asked me out on a date and I was like, what would make you think that I would say yes? You're so ugly. And then it made me realize, like, every time I leave the house, it's always ugly, old, creepy men that follow me around stores. And I'm like, why would you think that we're in the same league? And it really messes with my head. Like, it really messes with my confidence because I'm like, maybe I am ugly. And, like, if I don't have my, like, beauty, then what do I have?
Anyways, I'm gonna give you guys a haul really quick. I got all this stuff. Really cute. Just pause the video.
Men have officially quit the dating circus, and women are realizing there's nobody left to entertain them.
Dating has truly gotten to the point of so unserious for me, and just something to have a giggle with. Like, some guy said he was barking, or like on all fours barking at my photos, so I was like, okay, send me a recording then of you doing that. And he did. And then I just sent back, good boy. Now I've agreed to go on a date with him. Like,
oh my God,
I've given up on trying to find like a future partner who like makes me want to have children one day, and I feel like I've just decided to have a laugh, have a silly time while I'm still here. Because have you seen the news? It doesn't seem like it's gonna be for long.
Are you married?
Hell no. I will never get married. I've been proposed to twice, and I took the ring and then I sold it. Both of them.
You said you've been single for 6 years.
Yeah.
Are you currently talking to a guy?
No.
No sneaky links?
Nope. I don't have patience for a guy.
Have you sworn men off?
I mean, I'm pretty sure the perfect one will come along. The right one will come along. Just right now, they're all trash. Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because a lot of them I've had try to come at me where I would find out they were married or they had girlfriends. It's just garbage.
So So she said all men are trash.
Pretty much. I'm pretty sure there's like a percent there that's not.
What percentage of men are trash, do you think?
And what percent? All ages, honey. There's young guys that try to come to me, older guys that try to come to me, and they're just...
You saying all men that you have dealt with are trash? Are you making a projection that you think the men that you haven't communicated with yet are trash?
All the guys that have tried to come towards me are trash.
So what percentage?
90. I'm going to leave a small percentage because there probably really is good guys out there. But then if they're the good guys, they're boring.
Do the men that tell women to choose better?
What, are they about to receive thanks for telling some women what they really need to hear?
I want to point something out.
It doesn't sound like it's going to be a thank you message, does it?
Those men, the men that say she should have chose better, are typically the same men that women left.
Really? It's sadly predictable, actually, how there are those that will just try to insult others when they say something that might actually indicate that some of the responsibility might fall on them, that they might have to take some personal accountability for the choices that they make in men, for how their relationships did not turn out so well. Shocking, I know.
And if you don't understand what that means, it means you're the guy she left to choose better.
I do understand that it's not that easy to accept criticism, or possibly have to accept that a person might have to take some personal accountability for their own actions in regards to the people they choose to end up in relationships with. And although it does take two for a relationship to often fail, each person does need to take accountability of their own part in it.
They spent years laughing at good men, rejecting commitment, and chasing excitement. Now they're crying on podcasts, wondering why no one's chasing them anymore. It's not rocket science. You can't treat men like disposable wallets and expect them to keep showing up.
There is nothing more terrifying than a man who believes in a 50-50 relationship. If you are a man and you believe in 50-50 relationships, your soulmate is another man and you should be having another relationship with a man and not a woman. Number one, men and women, we are not equal. We don't even get paid equally in today's society.
Oh my
Number
God,
two, who's
really?
going to be carrying the child for 9 months,
Really?
giving birth, going through postpartum, and
The
all
pay
those
gap.
other mental and physical struggles to bring your child to this earth? Women. Literally, what happened to the men with the provider mindset, that provider mentality? Like, imagine this. Imagine you're out with a guy at a restaurant. He asked you out on a date, and he literally asked to split the bill. Do you know how embarrassing that is, that the man literally cannot provide for you? If you cannot provide in that way, number one, you shouldn't be dating. Or you should be dating somebody within your own tax bracket. A lot of these 50-50 type men want women who take care of themselves. They take care of their bodies, they take care of their hair, they take care of their skin. Do you understand that a woman who genuinely takes care of herself, who spends money on herself, is not going to want to be with a man that is 50-50? Let me give you that little reality check there.
Where were you January 6th? And more importantly, where were your parents January 1st of the year you were conceived? Because every time I open up Instagram this time of year, it's everybody I've ever known's birthday. I was born September 1st. You think I never did the math? My parents were like, Happy New Year! I think it's a really good time for us to start our family. Happy New Year! Yeah, they were freaking New Year's Day. What about New Year's Day makes everybody want to start a family? Some of you guys were born a little bit late. Some of you have September 15th, 16th babies. Your mom's sitting around September 1st like, well, it's been 9 months since, that crazy night. That crazy night. But she's like, oh, get this baby out of me. And then 10 days later, 15 days later, you were born. And now there's a billion Virgos on this planet. And every time I open up Instagram, happy birthday to my best friend.
Is it really cheating if you only let him put the tip in? Is that really cheating? Because actually nothing really happened if you think about it. So I just want to know, do you guys think it's cheating? I don't. I really don't. But I would like to hear a guy.
Men are choosing peace over pressure. They've seen what happens when you give everything, your time, your loyalty, your money, and still get called not good enough. They're done being emotional punching bags, done funding lifestyles, done competing for validation. The new era of men isn't chasing, it's checking out.
I'm going to be turning 39 a week from tomorrow.
Oh boy.
And I am still single.
Oh boy.
And that makes me sad.
And the cat's already pre-prepared.
My own cats are running from me.
Oh,
if you had
man.
told 25-year-old Rihanna that on her 39th birthday she would still be unmarried with no children, I would have laughed in your face or been so angry in disbelief, because that is not what I envisioned for my life. In my early 20s, I was never that girl that wanted to get married right away and have a young family. I wanted to be able to experience life. But probably around 25, 26 is when I was like, I do want to be married.
Okay.
And it has just never happened for me for whatever reason. And I have spent years wondering what is wrong with me. Is there something about me? Am I just not supposed to ever be with someone? And the reality is I don't know if I will ever find my person. And I hope that I do. And I want to have children. But at what point do you let that dream go? And I know that like there's still time. 39, you can still have children. There's still time to accomplish all of those things.
I
but
don't know about that.
it does make me sad to be going into another year of my life without anyone. Sometimes I think being a single woman, it feels like you can't win because no matter what you say, people are always going to be challenging whatever you're feeling. If I say that I'm sad about not being married, people will say you just need to be living your best life. And there's a lot of married people who are unhappy and would do anything to be in your position. If I say that I'm happy and content with my life, there's the other group of people that say your life is meaningless and you will never know fulfillment. And this is what feminism does. And it's really hard for two things to be true at the same time, where I do have things in my life that I enjoy, while I also would love to be in partnership with somebody. So I guess I'm just sharing this because I know I'm not the only single, almost 39-year-old person to have ever existed. I'm not the first and I won't be the last. There's a lot of people that are in my position, but sometimes it can be really hard to exist in this space where you can be really grateful and content in a lot of areas, but also have a longing for something that you don't yet have. And it takes a lot of character to walk through that.
And the funniest part? The same women who once said, I don't need a man, are now the loudest ones asking, where have all the good men gone? They didn't disappear. They just got tired of performing for people who never appreciated them.
I haven't cried on TikTok in a while, so what better day than Monday?
Oh boy.
I was just doing my makeup when I was thinking about this. Dating after divorce. Dating after divorce with kids. After like getting out of a toxic marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not claiming innocence in any of it.
Okay. Okay.
But like trying to move on, trying to be open with new people, and it's like impossible. Some days I'm like, yes, I'm becoming my best self, and other days I don't even recognize myself. Because you're so bitter and scorned by life and how other people have made you feel. You might meet someone great and you just say stupid shit because you don't believe anyone, you don't trust anyone. And I'm really trying to be optimistic, but...
Oh, damn. Yeah, she's being real as fuck right now.
Now women are learning the hard way that the strong and independent act doesn't pay the rent, doesn't provide affection, and doesn't replace genuine companionship. You made dating a war zone. Men just decided not to enlist anymore.
Do you think it'll get better in the future? I'm just wondering, like, what's your prediction in 10 years from now? Will it be better or worse for men?
So, for dating, it's going to get worse. The question is are things going to get better for men dating-wise first? And then the second question is, are we going to get a better result from this woke virtue signaling culture?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll answer the first one first. For the dating, no. I think it's going to continue to get worse, and what's going to end up happening is I think sex robots are going to be the thing within the next 50 years. Okay. I've seen them
very well
go up in manufacturing. I've seen more people talking about them. Japan's already a couple of years ahead of us in this regard, and a lot of guys would rather just play video games or be in solitude than hang out and do the work for modern day women. Because what's ended up happening is this. Average men no longer qualify for average women. Being a dude making 30 to 50K per year and being a nice guy and being a good potential husband is no longer attractive or sexy enough to a majority of women. What's happened is women's standards have gone up, but the problem is that their virtue's gone down. So since women are making more money and have more status, their standards have went up, but the problem is that these are things that men don't really give a shit about, right? Men care way more about virtue. So in their pursuit of making more money, becoming successful and pushing off marriage and relationships later on in life, their virtue's gone down because they've been more promiscuous in college, etc. So for guys, a lot of guys are kind of waking up and saying, okay, is the juice worth the squeeze? No, it's not.
So yeah, ladies, the circus is over. The crowd's gone home. And the men? They're finally free building their lives, hitting the gym, stacking money, and choosing peace over pain. And honestly, that's the best show they've ever put on.
It is not quirky or funny to publicly admit that your emergency contact is your boyfriend or husband who is deeply incompetent and irresponsible. It is wildly concerning to me to see all of the women that are under the sound that are saying, ladies and gentlemen, my emergency contact, and he is doing the most outlandish type of behavior.
Your back's got to be pretty sore from doing all that reaching. Like, there's no way you didn't grow 3 inches. It has got to be very exhausting trying to turn every single moment into a think piece on hating men. This is a very harmless trend. Women posting their partners doing something goofy and captioning it my emergency contact. That's literally the joke. But you've somehow managed to try and turn it into some kind of deep commentary about incompetence and irresponsibility based off of a 5-second clip. You deduced that about someone from a 5-second clip. Be so for real. God forbid women actually feel safe and secure in their relationships. God forbid they actually have a dynamic where they can joke around with their partner. But no, you had to make it about how awful men are because he tripped over his own feet in a TikTok. If you are mad that you can't participate in the trend, then just say that. Because your username being your boyfriend's worst nightmare and your bio saying let men rot make it pretty clear where you stand. Maybe this just isn't the space for you. By all means, keep trying to suck the fun out of everything while we are out here actually enjoying our relationships.
Something I noticed when I was working as a bartender last summer was anytime an older man would ask me, like, if I had a boyfriend, and I would tell them no, they would be like, what? How? Like, there's no way you don't have a boyfriend. You're so beautiful. And I would be like, oh, well, like, I just don't want one. And they were shocked. They were like, what? And if an older woman came in and the topic got brought up, which didn't happen as often, if I told them I didn't have a boyfriend, they'd be like, oh, good for you.
Today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.